This week on Vanderpump Rules.
You to give a about mine.
I did the thing that I said I would never do to you, and I regret it every day.
I just want you away from me.
You guys, it is the third and final part of the Vanderpump Rules Season 11 reunion. Let's talk about this because there's a lot of things to talk about, and I'm going to explain to y'all later why I think this might be the last Vanderpump Rules reunion in a while. Let's get right into this. Okay, you guys, so it was finally the third part, and we pick up with Sandoval saying that there's things he heard about James and the dog, but he's choosing to keep it to himself. James got very mad, and he cusses him out and throws the Raquel affair to his face again. Speaking of dogs, Brock says that it was shocking to hear the way Ariana blew up on Sandoval over that dog situation that they had. Ariana says that she doesn't think that she will ever be able to be in a room with Sandoval and have a conversation. So Andy brings up how a lot of people this season, like Lala and James, sort of have tried to help Ariana to move on and told her to not allow her to get consumed by the anger that she has. Ariana says that it has now been a year since everything happened. She says, if I'm still like this in a year, then yeah, be worried about me. But she says that the only way to get anywhere is to be able to process and let herself feel all those emotions. She says that the summer, which was when they filmed, was very hard, and she doesn't think that she was ready to be put into situations that she was put in. So then Andy Cohen randomly brings up Jax Taylor. He's asking who hangs out with him, and most of them do. The girls pretty much all hang out with Brittany, so Jax is just naturally going to be there. Sandoval says that his relationship with Jax is nothing below the waistline. Okay, but yeah, he's cool with Jax, and he does say that he did not like the way that Jax came at him when they met this season over the affair. It just felt like it was coming out of nowhere. He didn't need anyone else to be pounding on him, and he also felt like that was the wrong messenger. Katie is asked about the rumor that she found online about Jax cheating. There were some text messages that were sent with this girl, but there really isn't any evidence that Jax was cheating with someone. Like, it's just kind of speculation. They have obviously announced their separation, Brittany and Jax, but Schwartz says that he was just hanging out with them in Kentucky. So then Lala says, well, speaking of that, when they were in Kentucky, Lala was having her gender reveal party. And she says that Brittany was acting so out of pocket. Brittany called Lala's mom and started questioning her very aggressively on whether she hired her nanny without their permission. And Jax was apparently screaming at Brittany as she was talking. She said she was very mad, and she still was very mad about the difference between a babysitter and a nanny. Whatever, who cares? Andy switches over to Sandoval and Scheana. Tom clarifies that he did not block Sheena's daughter, but because Scheana has the daughter's account like under hers, when he blocked Scheana, it automatically blocks whatever accounts are associated with each other. But obviously they're good now, they're unblocked. Then Brock starts to explain why he wanted Scheana and Tom to be not to be close again necessarily, but why he didn't want them to be coming at her for wanting to continue her friendship with him. So Brock explains that Sandoval has been there since day one for Scheana, even when others have come after her, and he doesn't appreciate that the people are now coming after Scheana because she wants to, be friends with a man she's been friends with over for 10 years. Ariana says that she understands that, and she has been there for Scheana as well. But lately she just hasn't, but it's not personal. She's just been very busy. So she's been like that with a lot of people. Andy asks Scheana if she's been jealous of all the opportunities that Ariana has received. And Scheana says that she wouldn't call it jealousy, she just likes attention. That's pretty much what she said. But to wrap it up, Ariana says that Scheana is like family to her, and she always will be. Then Andy asks Katie about the apology that Sandoval gave to her. Katie says that Sandoval spoke so negatively about her throughout her marriage, and she believes that probably impacted the way Schwartz thought of her. Schwartz says no, it didn't, not at all. And Katie says that Sandoval just never liked her. And Sandoval says they're just different people, but he hasn't liked the way that Katie has truly dehumanized him as a person. And Katie says, well, I don't like the way you treat me. And Sandoval says, well, Katie, how do you know how you treat other people? And Katie says, well, I don't know. I treat them how I treat them how they treat me. Go choke. That's what she said. So these two are in no danger of becoming friends. Okay, so the next topic is the finale trip to San Francisco. Ariana says that she was really happy that Dan went with her, although Andy did question her as to why he didn't hang out with her and the group, and Ariana pretty much says, well, he's not getting paid. Andy says, yeah, but he's your boyfriend. I mean, Brock wasn't getting paid at the beginning, and Ariana says, yeah, he just doesn't want to be a part of this. One of the things that Scheana had told Sandoval in the San Francisco trip was that he should apologize to Ariana, because that's what Ariana kept saying she wanted. She kept saying, oh, he hasn't apologized to me, but clearly she didn't want the apology either way. So then this was interesting. Andy says that nobody from the cast has watched the final 5 minutes of the finale, so they will watch it together, which I kind of like that idea, and I think they should do this more often depending on the finale and on the show. So they take a look at Ariana walking out, Tom, Scheana, Lala breaking the fourth wall, going in on Ariana, everything we saw. You know, obviously the biggest moment was Lala saying that Ariana thinks she's Beyonce, that she is God, and that she needs to get over it because it's not that serious. They also showed the part where Lala is talking about loving to film the show and that Ariana was not willing to deliver like she would have. I will say that little montage that they did at the end of the finale, it was very emotional when they showed it in the finale, and it was very emotional when they were watching it in this moment. Most of them were in tears because it was a lot. So after watching all that emotional roller coaster, the first person Andy wants to hear from is Ariana. Ariana says that she was being authentic and that she didn't want to put up with Tom's acting. So Sandoval says, you knew me. You know when I'm acting or not. So he's crying. She then cries and says, I don't believe that. And look at how you talked about me when you didn't get what you wanted. You proved me right. She says, I just want you away from me. I just want you gone. She says that she doesn't want to be in a position where she's being forced to do things. And he says, well, that's kind of our job. You know, I did try to talk to you off camera, but Ariana says that wasn't true. Ariana thinks that he was being performative in the finale and she just didn't want to be a part of it. But he keeps saying that he's just a very emotional person and that he was being sincere. So then Sandoval asks her for her forgiveness. He apologizes. He says that he should have never done what he did and that he regrets it every single day. He did the one thing that he said he would never do. So I actually thought that was a pretty sincere apology. But Ariana, well, she does bring up that this side piece, not only did they cheat, but she's still out here talking all this crap about her. Sandoval says that he wishes her the best. They will get their things sorted out through their attorneys, the house, and everything, but they will move on. I will say I did like that they were able to have that they were able to talk to each other, even if it was just for like 1 or 2 minutes. I thought it was nice. I thought it was some closure for sure. So then Andy asks her, what did she think about what Lala said? Ariana says that it hurt her feelings and her walking away was being authentic. Had she stayed and talked just for the show, that would have been fake. Scheana says that she understands both sides, but then Lala brings up her relationship with her ex and how much that was scrutinized and how much they criticized her, especially at that season 9 reunion. Lala then says that she loves filming this show. It has given her opportunities. It has provided for her child. It has helped her buy a home. She will be damned if someone doesn't give a damn about the show because this is their livelihood. She says that she was livid that night. She apologizes to Ariana if that hurt her feelings, but she stands on what she said. She says that she cried about this situation because she loves filming the show, and then she begins to cry in the moment and says that she doesn't understand why Ariana was able to dictate what everybody was going to be doing. So Ariana says, I don't think I'm Beyonce. I don't think I'm God. I do cry in private. And, you know, arguably, me walking out made a better ending had I just stood there and talked to him. But then Lala kind of says that, well, actually, it was me saying what I said that kind of made the finale stand out. Oh my gosh. Andy then asks Lala, what did she mean when she said at that finale that Ariana and Tom were never really open about their relationship? Lala says that that's been said by a lot of people, including Katie, and they did show an unseen footage scene where in which Katie was saying that, yeah, they pretend to have a great relationship, but they really don't. This was filmed before the scandal, that scene that they showed. Scheana says that she has definitely seen both sides of the relationship because she was close to them. And then Andy asks to Scheana, would it be fair to say that Sandoval has showed up more for you than Ariana? And then Sheena's fake ass want to sit there and say, well, no, they both showed up for me equally. So Lala has had it. She gets up and says, Scheana, you have literally said to me in private that he's been a better friend to you than her. So why are you saying this? So she like gets up and wants to walk away. Lala says that she was so frustrated and Katie and now Scheana because they don't want to admit the reality. But it was pissing Lala off. Oh, it was really pissing her off that Katie would not own up to the things Lala would say. Actually, she would keep doubling down. That was really angering her. Andy says, well, Lisa, you know a little about this because you were done with the ladies at Beverly Hills. Lisa says, yes. You know, when I was done, I was done. And she says that she didn't go to the reunion because a reunion is where you go to reunite, talk about things, and move on. And she was done. She wasn't going to move on with them. But she disagrees that Ariana hasn't shown up. She thinks that Ariana has shown up as much as she could. So it was nice for Lisa to stand up for Ariana a little. I think Ariana appreciated it. Scheana then asks Ariana if after hearing everything, does she understand Lala's perspective from that 5-minute clip of the finale? Ariana says that she understands it, she just doesn't understand the insults. So then they take a little break, and it was funny. So Ariana kind of leaned onto Katie's shoulder, and she was comforting her. But then Katie's earring got stuck to Ariana's hair as she was getting ready to cry. So they had to, fix that. So then they wrap up. No one really knows where they go from here. Ariana says that she feels different about certain people. Sandoval thinks some people. Lala still thinks that Katie has decided to stand with Ariana for strategic purposes, and she's okay with that. Scheana then cries and says that Lala was her rock this season because she was there for her, and there's been a lot of distance with Ariana, and navigating this has been challenging. Katie says that it's been great being friends with Schwartz again. They joke about kissing the same girl. James is getting a residency in Las Vegas. I guess they're giving those to anyone nowadays. First Erica, now him. Schwartz says that he loves everyone and they are all family to him. So instead of cheering with alcohol, they bring some sandwiches from something about her. They all got their sandwiches, and then Joe and Alec come out, they eat, and it's a wrap. But they don't really say, okay, that's it. They kind of just all left. But you guys, Scheana is still going on, and she tells Brock, I think that she's mad at me. She's talking about Ariana. Then, when they go to the dressing rooms, Lala is still livid, and she's still pissed that Lisa defended Ariana, and she still says that it's not a fair playing field, that she never got this same treatment. She cries again and says that it is not fair at all. She's also very pissed at Katie, obviously. So then we see them all change and grab their stuff and walk out, get onto their cars and leave. And I'm gonna tell y'all right now, I think this is the last time we're going to be seeing this crew. Alright, so let's analyze this finale, child, because it's a lot. So, few things. It was okay. The reunion was okay. I don't think it was anything that explosive. But let me get to the reason why I think that this might be the last time we see this crew for a while. So as everyone knows by now, they announced that they're gonna take a break. They're gonna pause the show because normally they film right now. They would be filming right now, and they're not. Andy has said that he kind of wants them to live a little and then, catch up with them. There's been reports about Lala joining the Valley, which, love the Valley. We're going to talk about that tomorrow. But if you think about it, where do they go from here? I mean, nothing is going to change. Ariana has made it pretty clear that her and Sandoval, she doesn't want anything to do with him. Schwartz is just there. Scheana is going to cry, become the victim. She has her things with Brock. Lala's going to have her baby, which I'm sure it would be good to see on the Valley, but on here, okay. Katie and Ariana are going to do their sandwich shop. Okay, does anyone really care about that? I think that this season, the ratings were amazing, don't get me wrong, but it's because people wanted to see the aftermath of the scandal. But these people are not friends. none of them are friends in real life. So it's gonna be really hard to do a show with them. What I think is gonna happen is that I think there will either be a reboot or a partial reboot. We might see some familiar faces, but I don't think that we're gonna see these exact same people all return because it's been too counterproductive. And like quite frankly, Ariana has better stuff to be on anyway. I could see maybe James staying. I don't know. We'll see. I'm sure that we're gonna be hearing more reports on the coming days of what's gonna happen with Vanderpump Rules. And then final thing I want to talk about is Ariana. So I've been very critical of Ariana on my channel, and I have said some of the similar things about Lala, like who does she think she is? But after me thinking about it, I don't really have a problem with Ariana. I have a problem with Ariana's fans because Ariana doesn't think she's Beyonce, and Ariana doesn't think she's God. Her quacky fans think she's Beyonce and think that she's God. That's my problem with it. The people who project their pathetic situations onto her. But I don't have a problem with Ariana. But I will say, Lala, babe, you looked horrible this reunion. Because even though everything you said might be true, it just didn't come across good. Kind of being, it came across as you being mean when you had this girl, Ariana, sitting there and crying. So I don't think it was a good look for Lala. The people already mad at her. I think they're going to be even more mad at her for this third part. But you guys, it was a lot of things. Please let me know what you thought about this third part. What do you think is the future of Vanderpump Rules? What do you think should be the future? Who would you bring back? What would you do differently? I want to give a huge shout out and just thank you to all of you guys who have been watching all my videos. We've been talking about Vanderpump Rules for 18 weeks, you guys, like 4 months and something. So I want to thank y'all so much. The Real Housewives of Dubai will be coming on this Sunday, but they will after this premiere, they will start airing it on Tuesday. So that will be our Tuesday show. But again, you guys, thank y'all so much for staying here with me. We have agreed, we have disagreed, but it's been a great ride. So please don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll catch y'all next time. You have a great one. Bye.